52 Pop Culture, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story: two girls,
one cup.
Julia Rose and Lauren Summer, models popular on Instagram, got a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball for flashing behind home plate during this year's World Series to promote shagbag.com.
Yeah.
Like, somebody paid for some real good seats for them to be right there, for them to both to pull it off and be like, shagbag.com. Come check us out. You too. Out of here.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
No such thing.
No such thing.
We're talking about it. So
I should be talking more about it, but baseball is boring.
Hey, there was a shock.
Besides that, baseball is boring.
Actually,
they won 7 games.
It was 7 games. It was actually a really good series.
Yeah.
Washington, I mean, they haven't had,
they've never won a series.
And you know how the Astros took out my Yankees, so I was like down with them.
My Cubbies were out of it a long time ago, so I don't even watch after that.
I can't even remember the last baseball game I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all it takes is one good pitching duel to make you hibernate. I'll be up in June.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, the amazing duo behind the uber successful Game of Thrones series, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, have walked away from their much publicized deal with Disney's Lucasfilm to usher in the post-Skywalker era of the Star Wars brand.
So, from if you listen to the Twitterverse or whatever, a lot of people are saying that there was some severe blowback that they had. They had 7 amazing seasons of Game of Thrones, but this 8th season,
one bad one.
It was just not good.
You know what? I gotta say that the season before that I thought was not very good. I think they kind of stretched it out. And I mentioned it to a friend of mine who's a big fan of Game of Thrones. He attacked me. I said, look, man, all you got to do is watch the last 5 minutes of every episode of the 7th season, and you won't miss anything. Because everything happened in the last 5 minutes.
And I would agree with you. There's a lot of people who said once they went beyond the books, the show was in a little bit of a free fall. Okay.
Yeah.
But this year's Emmys, they still were nominated. They still won a bunch of awards. They were all up there. But some people are saying, look, I mean, just to use another sports talent, you're only as good as your last game.
Mm-hmm.
So with that 8th season being, and then the other side of the coin is there's this looming deal with Netflix that
the prequel
that may or may
I
not
keep hearing about that.
not the Game of Thrones prequel series. There's an actual deal with Netflix for some original content that might have be in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh wow, good for them. Not unrelated to their previous stuff, just some original.
There's talk of it. Again, it's all talk. I literally could be making all of this up right now.
Well,
but
that's what we do.
If that is in fact the case, then they're selling out for the cash because they probably got nothing else. So you might as well get paid and put out the trash. People will be like, "What is this?" And then it'd be over.
Hey,
One season, right? You're moving on.
Yeah. All right. Just announced as the lead in the reboot Walker, Texas Ranger. Makes you ask why. Supernatural star Jared Padalecki was arrested on suspicion of assault after allegedly getting into a fight at the bar he owns in Austin, Texas.
Well, I just thought it was amazing that if you're going to take over Walker, Texas Ranger, and then you're getting in bar fights in Texas.
It's on brand.
It's on brand.
But did he first kick the guns out of everybody's hands?
Now, the whole thing is...
Which happens.
I'm going to say this right now. I was never a fan of Walker, Texas Ranger. I don't think I've seen one episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. But with that being said... That show is synonymous with Chuck Norris. Like, I don't see anybody else.
Yeah.
That was Chuck Norris's movie.
He's a volunteer police officer.
So is Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
and so is Shaquille O'Neal. And that and a bag of chips.
That's just a touch of reality brings the show. The rest of it is garbage.
He was kicking the guns out of people's hands before they had a chance to shoot.
This is a stick up. I'm going to hold this right here real loose and get very close to you.
I can't.
Tightest jeans ever. You know he has his own jeans, right?
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what?
Why would I
want
know?
to get it?
You know, I tried to watch a few movies he made in the 70s and 80s recently. They're not good.
What was that one company
They're just
that
not good.
he was with, the Israeli boys, the
Golden Globus.
Didn't he do like a bunch of those,
Yeah.
like Delta Force, Delta 5? Like that was,
Yeah.
now we're just going on a Chuck Norris rant.
Oh, yeah.
This week's review, Dolemite is my name.
Starring Chuck Norris.
Now streaming on Netflix. Eddie is back and better than ever in this amazing true story of performer Rudy Ray Moore, a down-on-his-luck singer, entertainer, and comedian who assumed the role of an iconic pimp named Dolemite throughout the 1970s, starring Eddie Murphy, Wesley Snipes, which
Yeah.
a great role for
Yeah.
Wesley in this one, Craig Robinson, Titus Burris, and Mike Epps.
Yeah. The only thing that could have made Dolemite any good is this biopic.
Yeah. Because Dolemite looked like, okay, I didn't watch Dolemite. I don't think I've ever seen Dolemite like cover to cover. I know, I have images in my head of Dolemite.
Yeah.
I've been saying, way down in the jungle deep.
But that was quoted from...
That was quoted from other things that I've quoted, and I had to find out what Dolemite was about.
Garbage.
But it was great. It was a great movie. He's very funny, and he's also in another Netflix, Eddie Murphy Netflix exclusive, Mr. Church. Have you seen that? That was a very good movie. I think Eddie Murphy made the right move going to Netflix because he put out two very good films.
And I would say not only that, but there are already talks about him because they actually released this in theaters before they dropped it on Netflix, so it could be in award contention. So as far as Emmys, Golden Globes, or Oscars, I believe that
they want to make up for that Dreamgirls Oscar that he didn't get.
Yeah. What was his name? Rudy Ray Valentine, something like that?
No,
Jimmy Ray Buffett.
Jimmy Ray Valentine. That's
Jimmy Ray, and then it was Billy Ray Valentine.
Oh, Billy Ray Valentine. That's right.
What was his name?
Roxanne. Well, you know what? This week, Ralphie D is not going to recommend anything. Go play with your kids.
Okay.
I'll recommend that. I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Kawada Kurt. Clearly, this guy doesn't want to do any work on his own. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Know about it. We'd like to hear what you think. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
We can get a pointer under the table and jab them with it.
I'm like, this is your show.
I'm out of sorts, man.
This is your show. Me and JB are helping you.
I'm out of sorts, all right?
If you like this video, I don't see how you could. But if you do like this video, please check out others on our channel like 252 This Weekend and Retro Recap.
The People's Choice.
I'm JB, and I'd like to give a shout out to my man
AM
at Comics Most Wanted. Like him, follow him, subscribe. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
You still got that?
Adonis, pull yourself together.